Welcome to the Bushido Gang. What's up, guys? It's Attack on Samurai, and welcome to a replay that I had for one of my tournament matches. So currently there is a tournament match going on in the for Black and White on Smogon. So I entered it, and I wanted to see how far I could get into it. So this is my round one match with my opponent. Zed had a tool. Zed a tool? I don't know. Maybe you can let me know. But anyways, before we get started with this match, make sure you guys have a like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord Bushido Gang, and subscribe for some more content on the channel. Also follow me on my Pokemon. Check out my Smogon profile. All the links will be down in the description. So this series went up to like game 3. So this is my game 1 match. So this is actually well, first I want to say that I have a little bit of Black and White background knowledge. I have been playing a little bit of meant to say I played in the Smogon tour for it, and I didn't get really that far. I only got to like round 3, I think, in Black and White. So I have like some experience, but I'm not the best at it. But I am trying to learn for it, or I am trying to learn so I can do better at it. Get into Smogon Classics with it. But this is a team that I actually built around Mian Xiao. Mian Xiao is a pretty interesting mon, I'd say. It could definitely do a lot in the metagame. But it's really crazy that you don't see it. I guess it's just because it's really that frail. And if you get past its like frailness, like it could definitely do a lot. Especially in this game. Well, actually, in this game, I really wanted it to do something because like team matchup, I was just like. Or just looking at his team, I was just like, man, Mian Xiao could really do a lot if I can get rid of the Gelatin. So that was the game plan I was thinking of throughout this whole game. But you're going to see that it actually kind of changed a little bit throughout it. But turn 1, I'm going to lead with, he leads with Skarmory as I lead with my Mian Xiao. So I guess he expected the Mian Xiao lead, which again makes sense because Mian Xiao is very strong against him. So I go for the U-turn. He shows the Rocky Helmet, so I'm just like, oh no, I can't stay in here. So I go into Drill, he goes for Roost. I guess maybe he expected me to HJK, which is fair. But I'm going to get up rocks right now. And he goes for spikes. I go for the spin because I'm just like, I don't want these up. I don't need these spikes on my side because it will weaken my team, especially my Tangrowth being my defensive wall. So actually, speaking of Tangrowth, I go into it. And as I bring in Tangrowth, he goes for another layer of spike. I'm just like, bro, we got to stop. So right here, he brings in T-Tar as I go for the knockoff. So I went knock because I wanted to make sure that this helmet gets taken away because then that would really hurt my drill. So he prioritized that, making sure that he keeps Skarmory around. Maybe he predicted knockoff as well and wanted to scout for it and went T-Tar. So that was a good play in this part, getting rid of the, or I guess not sacking T-Tar, but I guess he just wanted to see what I would do. To be honest, I was debating on going for going Sunsport too, because Sunsport would actually help as well. Again, paralyzing something. A paralyzed mon is a dead mon pretty much. So, well, not really, but you know what I mean. But knockoff was probably the best play I could have made. So getting rid of his Chopple didn't really matter too much. But speaking of that, I do bring in my T-Tar as he goes for rocks on the switch in. So good play on this part, I guess. He brings in Lando as I go for the superpower on the switch in. Honestly, I don't think that was the best play. I probably could have just been more aggressive and went for like. I could have predicted the switch in and maybe went for pursuit or something. But he brings in Lando on my T-Tar, goes for the U-turn as I bring in Tangrowth, gets chipped down from Rocky Helmet, and now Skarmory comes in. And now I'm trying to bait for the Brave Bird, see if he has it. And I believe right here he goes for another layer of spikes. I'm just like, you gotta stop this. So I go for spin again. He's just gonna keep doing it. But I pretty much have to keep switching because I have to make sure that 1, I'm out of range of Brave Bird, and 2, I can still knock him off. So I go into Tangrowth right now. He goes for another layer of spike, and I'm just like, okay, I could probably take the Brave Bird. He goes for it. It does 35, so I'm just like, okay, bet. All I have to do is just live the Rocky Helmet, and I can get rid of it. But I don't. So he keeps that up. He keeps up his hazards pretty much. He goes into Gelatin. So I feel like his play to go into Jelly was a pretty aggressive. Actually, I feel like he played a little too fast with it. I don't think he should have went Jelly right away. But the fact I brought in Lottie did scare him out. So pretty much I have a play here. I could go for Surf on the Skarmory switch in, or I could just go Draco. Draco is pretty much the best play because he hit everything, like legit everything. The only mon that would take it decently well would probably be T-Tar, but the fact that, probably T-Tar could take it, depending on his investment. But the fact he went Jelly predicting Surf was a pretty crazy play on his part. So I go for the Draco. Draco's going to do a lot to Jellicent. Barely miss on the KO. I don't know if that did KO. I am specs on this. It probably did. I probably did miss out on the KO. So I bring in T-Tar right now as he goes to his own T-Tar. And right here, I'm just like, okay, I'm actually going to go for Superpower again. But this time, he pretty much just sacks Jellicent to the sand. So Jelly's pretty much dead, which is good. And again, opens up Mienshao if need be. He goes for the Roost right here, as I actually go for the Fire Blast. So I went Fire Blast because literally it was the best play I could have come up with. He was pretty much, I think the way he was playing, he was expecting me to be. I think he was expecting me to be Choice Banded. So a fair judgment on his part doing that. So I actually kind of make a misplay here. I go for the taunt, thinking he'd stay in, but apparently he still switched anyway. So I do go for the taunt right there. I really do think taunt was a misplay. I should have just been more aggressive, but pretty much at this point, I don't need T-Tar. I can just sack it at this point since his Skarmory's pretty much dead. I go Superpower. I do knock out the Skarmory, but I also knock out myself. So now I bring in Mienshao at this point because I was just like, okay, Mienshao could probably do it. HJK looks like it's in range, but and also he did come out first. I think I get intimidated. Yeah, I do get intimidated here. So I was really debating on going for the HJK because if I HJK'd, I pretty much won. But also Lando is out of range because I'm actually not reckless on this Mienshao. I'm actually regen. As you can see from the damage I took earlier from Rocky Helmet, I'm pretty much back to full. But because of the spike, it does bring me down a little bit. But yes, I could have HJK'd here, and this probably would have been the game had I done that. But instead I wanted to try and preserve Lando and put it in range of rocks, or put it in range so that way it could just die afterwards. Because I was really doing the calc and I was just like, okay, this thing's gonna die if I HJK, but it was the wrong calc. It was actually reckless, so I wasn't gonna kill. Looking at it right now, I wasn't gonna kill. The most it would do was like 28%, and this is like Choice Scarf Lando. So yeah, and Lando's just a very fat mon, so HJK was not gonna kill at the range it was at. So I pretty much just I think I switch out here, or I go for the U-turn. I probably U-turned. No, I went Stone Edge actually. I went Stone Edge, predicting him to well, one, I thought Stone Edge would kill, and two, pretty much I just thought Stone Edge would kill at that range, but it didn't. So I bring in Metagross, and now I can just agility up, try and weaken some mons, or at least get a knockout. So I am able to knock out the T-Tar with the Meteor Mash. So goodbye T-Tar, and now his drill can come in here. And since Sandforce is banned, I can pretty much outspeed it. So I can go for the Ice Punch, get a little bit more chip on that drill, and drill is gonna drop, and meta is gonna drop here. So now I can bring in Lottie for free, and Lottie pretty much wins the game since his Lando's gonna come in on rocks and pretty much be dead. So he goes for the Surf. I go for the Surf, knockout drill, and then Lando comes out. So this point, I was just like, all right, I'm okay with Lottie dropping because if Lottie drops, then I pretty much win with Mienshao anyway. So he goes for the U-turn, misses out on the KO. Actually, he wasn't gonna KO because I did the calc. U-turn only does up to 86% if he's Choice Scarf Adamant. So and Naive, if he had HPIs, it would only do about 60 to like mid to like a high 70 roll. So he wasn't gonna kill me. So I am able to go for the Surf on the Volcarona coming in, and Volcarona is running the Pasho, but because of sand, it's gonna knock him out, and Lando drops the rocks, and that's the game. So definitely a pretty intense game. I do feel like I could have played Tangrowth a little bit more. I could have preserved Tangrowth a little bit better. But I do like it though. It's a really nice wall. I don't know why people don't use it in this gen. It's pretty decent, I'd say. But yeah, again, like I said, I could have played very recklessly with Mienshao, but one, I didn't change the ability, and two, I really wasn't sure if Stone Edge was gonna kill, and also I just wasn't sure how my opponent was gonna play, so that's why I preserved Mienshao. But he was playing pretty aggressive though with the Skarmory, very aggressive with the Skarmory. I'd say again getting all those hazards up. Then he could have preserved it better and maybe could have played it a little bit differently. But also again, him going Jelly on Draco was a pretty crazy play too. But that is gonna be that for my game 1. So let me move on to game 2. All right, so here is game 2. So game 2, got a different team now. Still got Tangrowth on the team. This time I'm actually running the Nidoking. Nidoking looked pretty interesting, so I was just like, I wonder why people don't use it. And then I was just like, I may as well use it. So I'm running like a T-Spike lead with it. T-Spikes, from what I've been seeing in the meta, or I mean what this meta was, T-Spikes seemed like it was pretty decent, just because you could poison stuff like the sand setters, or the sand setters and the rain setters, or I mean the rain setter. So you can poison them, pretty much like limit down their usage, and just wear them down, unless they're running like rest, which was pretty common on Politoed. But you could also like poison the abusers like Keldeo, and well, you can't poison Drill, but you can still wear it down with Earth Power if you're Sash, of course. So that's pretty much what I was trying to do in this game. Again, wear down his setters, or wear down his setter, and then just continue to wear him down with Lando, since his team is also pretty Lando weak anyway. So without further ado, let's dive into this game. So he leads Keldeo. Oh wait, let me switch. Also, let me make sure that hold on, let me restart that. Okay, so he led Keldeo as I led with Nidoking. So I go for the T-Spikes on his switch into Thundy, and I do get the T-Spike up. He goes for sub. I go for the Ice Beam to break his sub, which is pretty nice. So he goes into Jirachi as I go for Ice Beam again. So Jirachi is able to eat that because Jirachi is just that fat of a mon. I go for another layer of T-Spike as he goes for the U-turn. So he's going to break my Sash, but that's okay. I am able to get the Toxic on Politoed, which is very nice, and again limits this usage of Politoed. So I go into Jelly as he goes for the Scald. So I'm just like, I'm gonna eat that because Jelly is my only water immunity on the team. So now I go back to Nidoking as he goes for the Toxic. So I switched back because I was thinking, okay, he's gonna go into Thundy to try and mess with Jelly, or he could go into the Jirachi. So I made the aggressive play to go back into Nidoking, and here does reveal the Toxic right there. So now what I can do is switch back out and go back into Jelly. Actually, now I go Heat turn on Toxic again, but he actually goes Balloon, which is perfect. But it would be even better if I had Sand up. So this Breloom is going to be a problem throughout the rest of this game, because this Breloom can kind of mess up my team, especially if he had a grass move. So I was pretty much trying to play off that. He goes for Scizor as I go for the U-turn. So now I get a little bit of ship on that Scizor. I go Heatran, and this man goes for the superpower on the switch, and I'm just like, bro, calm down. So he's banded on that, and that is able to knock out my Tran, which is pretty bad because I can't break through both of them now. So it's going to be a pretty rough game, I'll say that. I go for the Stone Edge as he goes into Thundy. So I predicted the Thundy, and also I just wanted damage on Scizor if he stayed in. But I'm able to knock out Thunders, which is fantastic. So now I can Quake through his team, which is very nice. So I bring in Jelly on the Keldeo. He goes back into the Jirachi. And this is where he reveals... actually, no, not yet. I miss Willow. Actually, let me talk about this. Jellicent is a great mon, but it really, and I mean really sucks when it misses. It misses a lot this game. I'm just going to let y'all know that. He thundered me, and he paralyzed me. So I go for the taunt, but it doesn't really matter because he is pretty much like 3 attacks, or mono attacking Jirachi. So he goes for the U-turn as I get a little bit of chip on it. Now he goes Politoed, and I think here I go for the U-turn. I'm pretty sure I do go for the U-turn. Yeah, I go for the U-turn, and I bring in Jelly again, trying to get a little bit of recovery going. As he goes for the Toxic this time. So you can't Toxic me, he can't burn me, or you can't recover anything. So I can pretty much try and recover and try and get back to a healthy amount, try and deal with Jirachi and also deal with his other mons. So I bring in Lando as I predict him to go Thunder. But he actually goes for the Iron Head, so he reveals Iron Head. I go for the Earthquake, and it lives. That's crazy, right? That's actually very crazy. My Lando has a good chunk of attack investment, but the fact it didn't kill this Jirachi really sucks, because this Jirachi is going to be very annoying throughout the rest of this game. So the fact it didn't kill, and also my Lando is pretty much dead at this point, it's really bad. I go for the Quake on Breloom. It does a good chunk to the Breloom, but it doesn't kill it. Or I mean, it doesn't bring it down to half, but it does bring it a little over half. But then he shows bulk up, and I'm just like, oh no, I gotta switch. So I go into Tangrowth, since this is my only physical wall, and it doesn't do that much. But I can't really hit the Breloom back, so I'm pretty much forced to switch out and sack Lando. So I do sack my Lando, and I'm trying to bring in Nidoking. He goes for it again. I'm just like, yo, this is scary. This is starting to get kind of scary. So I go Nidoking, and I go for the beam as he brings in Keldeo. So great play on his part, bringing in the Keldeo to take the beam. Again, trying to preserve it. He goes in the Scizor right now as I go Jelly. So now what I'm trying to do is get the burn on the Scizor, because if I get the burn on Scizor, then I'm in a really good position. But he actually goes for the U-turn. I predicted him to go for Pursuit, but instead he tries to preserve it, so that's fine. Now he switched out. Now I'm not gonna lie, the first time I saw this, I didn't actually catch it. But the fact he switched out Breloom right there means he actually can't touch my Jellicent. So again, I didn't catch this until later on in the game. Like it's probably gonna be like around turn 40, I'd say, that I actually catch it. But I bring in my Tangrowth to take whatever hit this would go for. He goes for the Iron Head. Doesn't do too much. He switches out right now, and I go for the knockoff, get rid of his band. Now, I don't know if getting rid of the band was the best play. I think it actually was, because it allows me to take a hit from, I can take the hit now. I can take the Pursuit better with Jellicent, and I can also burn it. But it does mean that he can switch up moves. But if I burn this, then Scizor's pretty much not a threat to me. So he goes for the U-turn. It does a good chunk, but he's getting chipped from Rocky Helmet, which is really what I need. I go for the Giga Drain, get a little bit of health back on Tangrowth, and try and preserve this thing a little bit longer. Now I go Nidoking again, as he actually goes for the Drain Punch again. So he does punch again. Punch is doing a decent chunk, but nothing like crazy. So now I go for the Earth Power. So I went Earth Power because I was just like, he keeps switching into Keldeo, I gotta punish it. But he stayed in this time, predicting it, and he's able to kill my Nidoking pretty much. So I think I go Beam this time, but he shows Mach Punch. So again, he showed all his moves. He can't hit my Jellicent. So I don't know why I brought T-Tar in here, but I did anyway. It does scare him out somehow. And I go for the Ice Punch. Doesn't do too much to the Keldeo. I guess maybe he was thinking I was Choice Scarf. Maybe. I don't know why he thought that, but maybe that was his prediction. But he goes for the Secret Sword. Doesn't do anything to me because I'm a Jellicent and I'm Water and Ghost. So Keldeo gets completely walled by Jelly. So now he brings in Politoed to get rid of the sand. I get paralyzed. I was actually trying to burn it or something, or trying to get. Actually, I was trying to go for Nightshade at that turn. So he brings in the Breloom again. I get paralyzed. Bro, I get paralyzed so much during this game, and it's ridiculous. I get paralyzed again. I get paralyzed 3 times in a row. No, not 3, 4 times in a row. And because of that, I had to go T-Tar again, and I had to take Iron Head or Thunder. He actually misses Thunder, so that's good. Now I actually go for. Actually, now I go back into Tangrowth because I wanted to get chipped again. Also, I wasn't trying to risk the flinch, because if he flinched me, then I really wouldn't be able to break through this Jirachi and such. And also, I was trying to use T-Tar to break through Breloom. I'm able to knock off the Toxic Orb, not like it really matters, because I pretty much gave it to him with the T-Spikes. So now I go back into Jelly, and again, trying to, because again, I pretty much walled this Breloom. He can't touch me at all. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I just need this Jirachi dead. He lands Thunder, so that's really bad. And plus, he could actually, he'll still live even after Rocky Helmet. So now I'm just trying to get as much chip on this as I can. I actually paralyze it, which is really, really good. I probably should have knocked it off, honestly. If I knocked it, then he would have been forced to attack. But I kind of missed that play. So now I believe I went for the Earthquake. Yeah, I did go for Earthquake, and that's good. And that's actually gonna knock out the Politoed. So Politoed's dead, which is cool, very, very cool. Breloom comes in. This time he goes Scizor, and I switch back out and go Jelly, because again, Jelly is my only answer to this thing. So this is the most important turn of the game, because from the way things are looking, it honestly looks like if I burn this Scizor, then I pretty much win with Jelly, because all I have to do, well, I mean, it's still pretty crazy because the Jirachi can still break through with Thunder, but again, trying to preserve these two was the most important thing, because I could outspeed the Jirachi and still break it down with Earthquake, since I am banded on my T-Tar. So T-Tar plus Jelly pretty much would be the win con for me, and even Tangrowth as well, since I am regen, so I can still wear it down with Helmet. So all I had to do was burn this Scizor, right? That's all I had to do. He pursues through. Guess what? I recover, because I was just like, I need this Mon alive. So I recover. He goes for Pursuit again. I'm trying to recover to get myself in a good position, but then he breaks through with Para, or Para, comes through. Then I try to recover again. I recover. I get back to around 69%, 79% now, or 76%. I try to recover again to, get Jellicent to a comfortable enough position so I could try and burn it. So He pursuits again. He got a low roll. But guess what? I get paralyzed. It's a great game. Great game. Just love Mons. I get paralyzed. I don't get paralyzed there, but I get very... I'll just say, let's just let the game keep moving. I recover again. Actually, no, I miss my Willow. So that's 2 Willow misses. Actually, that's 3. That's 3 Willow misses. Try to recover here, but nope. He broke through. He broke through, and Jelly died, and that's pretty much the game because I can't break through Scizor at all. And yeah, so U-turns kills me, and Jirachi pretty much just wins. Actually, not Jirachi. I think Breloom just wins with Mach Punch. So he got very, very lucky. Very lucky. Stupendously lucky. And because of that, I lose. So, yeah. But still, it was a pretty close game, I'd say. It was a very close game. Could have went, like, in any position, honestly. But, yeah. That's going to be that for this game. Now we move on to the last game to end. Alright. So this is the tiebreaker. This is the end of the game, or this is the end of the series between me and my opponent, Zed Hatul. I'll just say Zed. Anyways, this time my opponent has a very, very strong looking team. He's got the Tran, the Lottie, the Skarmogan, Lando, Titar, and Zam. And this time I have like a Dragmag kind of team, or kind of core. Again, like Dragmag is basically a steel type mixed with a dragon type, or I mean paired with a dragon type. So I got 2 dragons, got Mint, and I got Garchomp. So team preview, I was just like, okay, all I gotta do is bring in Chomp, and Chomp can dominate. The only thing that I was worried about is if he was potentially like Choice Scarf on Lottie. If he was Choice Scarf Lottie, then it would be like it'd be a pretty crazy. It could be pretty crazy. But yeah, pretty much Garchomp and Mence could break through his team. Again, all I have to do is just scout for whatever he has on his team and such. So yeah. Also, Titar is very good here because it can trap the Psychics. Again, trapping Lottie and even trapping Zam. If Zam is Chople, or not Zam is Chople, if Zam is what's it called? If Zam is I mean, not Life Orb or whatever, but if it doesn't have Focus Blast or something, which is very odd if they don't. But basically what I'm trying to say is that I could trap this thing and I could trap Lottie. So let's get this game underway. So he leads Lando as I led with Titar. So I lead Titar. He goes for Quake turn 1, and I'm just like, bro, calm down. But I mean, I kind of have to expect him to do it because my only ground resist is Mence. Magnetism as well since I am Air Balloon, but I'll get into that in a little bit. We're all getting into that like later on in the match. But yeah, he clicks turn 1. I'm just like, okay. So my T-Tar's pretty much dead and pretty much useless. But watch this. I'm gonna go Mence right now, and he's not expecting to be like DD or something. Nah, I'm not DD. I'm Mix. Goodbye, Skarmory. So I get rid of the Skarmory, which is fantastic, which means he can't get up spikes, which is even better. But he's pretty much gonna try and revenge me here and go into Zam. So the fact he went Zam told me that he might be like HP Ice or something, which he actually reveals it right there as I bring in Titar. And yeah, so I go Jelly on the next HP Ice. Again, trying to see if I can weaken this thing a little bit. So he goes Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does a lot, but I'm just gonna again scout for whatever he has on that Zam. So I recover, even though it brings me down to like 61. I go Garchomp on Shadow Ball. And now what I could do here is go for an Earthquake, as he actually goes into the Lando. I could have Outraged, but if I Outraged, then I would have been locked into T-Turn, and I don't really want that. I mean, I don't think it would have killed, because I'm not banded on that. But he is going to knock me out with the HPI, so I'm fine with Lando dropping right there. Or not Lando, T-Turn dropping right there. I go into Jelly right here, and I go for the Skull. And I was just like, man, a burn would be fantastic here. So he goes for the Pursuit. And I am Cobra Berry on this, so I can't take the Pursuit. Now all I have to do is land Willow. But of course, even if I change the gender, no matter what, Jellicin's just like, man, I'm a miss all these things. Like, it's crazy. Both Jellicins didn't want to do anything for both my games. It's insane. And Jelly was very pivotal here. Very pivotal. If I burn this thing, then it would have been very easy for me to break through. So now I have to bring in Mence. I go Draco. Draco doesn't kill. Misses out on the KO. He's able to go for the Pursuit. So this is telling me that this is banded T-Tar. So I go for the Quake. I do knock out T-Tar now. So Mence got 2 kills, which is very, very good. Very, very good. Again, Mence is another Mon you don't see that much. And I really wonder why you don't see it. It's very strong. So I bring in Drill, as he actually goes for the U-turn. And here's the thing about my drill right now. So I'm going to let you know that my drill is very, very bulky. So I'm able to potentially take a Focus Blast from Zam, and even a Surf from Lottie. It really wouldn't do that much. So unfortunately, he misses Focus Blast, and I'm able to knock out his Zam. So Zam is dead, which is very good. Lando comes in here, and he's going to go for the Earthquake, I believe. So I have Protect right here to scout for it, as he does show Earthquake. So pretty much I have to sack Mints. So, or actually I could have sacked Mints, but I actually revealed the balloon on my Zam. So, or on my zone. So I go for the sub right here as he brings in Heatran. Because I was just like, I don't want this thing to die. I need this thing around so I can chip him down and put him in range of Outrage. So I go for the Thunderbolt. He goes for the Rocks. So now my Mints is dead, and I'm just like, I'm fine with that. So I go for the Thunderbolt again. Again, my main goal with Magnet Zone at this point is just to put this in range of Outrage so I can just Outrage through him with Mints. Or not Mints, with Garchomp. So unfortunately I get a crit on the Heatran. So pretty much that happens. And now he can knock me out with Earthquake. But I actually sack Mints right here because I don't need it at this point. It already did enough. And now I can bring in Garchomp and win the game with Outrage. And that is the game. That is the game, my guys. That is the game. Again, it was a crazy series. Definitely a crazy little series that was going on here. Again, it was just very hacksy on both sides. Again, he got a lot of hacks. I got hacked out a lot. I got very hacked out. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of my round 1 game. So round 2 will probably be up like, I don't know if it's like if it's a bi-weekly tournament or if I have to play next week. But again, while this whole thing is going on, I still have enough time. So I'll just wait and see when round 2 happens. But that's going to be it for round 1. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure you guys will like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, join my Discord Bushido Gang, and subscribe for some more content on the channel. Also follow me on my Pokemon and check out my Smogon profile. All those links will be down in the description on this. Also, I'm trying to get to 150 subs before the summer starts. And I think we're well on our way. We're almost close to 120. We're just one sub from 120, so we're getting pretty close to my goal. So let's get there as soon as possible. I'll see y'all then, and I'll see y'all in the next vid. Take care. Hope y'all have a good one. Peace out.